How are you doing, guys?
Yeah,
Doing
it's good.
great.
How
Good
are
to see
you?
you.
Good. It's good to be seen. You know what I'm saying? It is good to be seen. So, in the film, someone says we all have our scars, Bruce. And I want to know what that means for you, Paul, as the Riddler, aka Ed, and for you, Jeffrey, as the commissioner. And I'll have Paul go first.
Well, I think you said it right there. That's one of the essences of my character. The first conversation that Matt Reeves and I ever had was about hero and villain and the two sides of trauma, and that Batman is born of trauma from his parents' death, and I think in this case and in this film, so may be the Riddler, and that's kind of the seed from which the character grew. But I love what Matt has done with this idea of vengeance and where he takes that and where that line comes from and what the Batman learns. I think that's really important considering how dark the film is.
That part. Jeffrey?
Well, I think clearly Gordon in the comics and in this film is an honorable man trying to do his best, but particularly in our film, doing it in an environment that's decaying and toxic, and I think like most cops, gets infected in some way by the environment in which he operates. And so there are things within that perhaps are unseen, but clearly, have to be there. There's some wonderful examinations of that in some of the more modern comics, some of the Frank Miller stuff of Gordon. Yes, you know, trying to be the best cop he can be, but also struggling internally. So I try to be mindful of some of that, to give a certain kind of vulnerability to him, and this sense of struggling to survive the consequences of the place. So yeah, I hope that resonates.
It will. It will totally resonate. I totally got that when I watched the film. Um, I love both of y'all as actors. You're two of my favorites because you guys take on a plethora of different roles in a plethora of different genres, and you slay and kill it every time. But since we're talking about superheroes in this last little bit of time that I have left, if you had a superpower, what would be the worst superpower you could pick?
The worst.
The
The worst,
worst?
not the best, but the
Oh
worst.
my goodness.
Boy, oh boy.
The
The
worst.
the
The
worst
worst
superpower
superpower.
would be the overwhelming ability not to be able to answer a question. Does that work pretty well?
Sure, yeah, I'll try to go like practical and be like, I loved X-Men as a kid, but I don't like gun, like I don't want to shoot lasers at people, so I don't, yeah.
He's like, I am really not
I
trying to
was
shoot a
trying.
laser.
I was trying. I was
Listen, I
trying.
love y'all, and I love y'all in this movie. And congratulations, Jeffrey, on being the first brother to take on the commissioner. Yeah,
Oh, well,
yeah,
thank you.
yeah. That part. Okay, I'm gonna calm down. I'm gonna calm down. But thank you for your time. I appreciate it.
Cool, thank you.
Bye.